Hello, I would like to talk about my Psychic Foundation course, working with your spirits, guides and angels. But first, I thought it'd be useful to give you a little bit of background about myself and why I believe that this course will help other people. As a young girl, or even as a toddler, I've always believed in spirits, and I always thought it was normal that you could see them. And my parents, luckily, they did not, dissuade me one way or the other. They didn't reprimand me. They didn't encourage me. They just let me get on with it and just, accept me that their daughter is just as she is. Now, with spirits, they will help children and help adults, and so will, of course, angels. Many people believe in angels, but not many people believe in spirit guides. So when I went to school, when, I then started talking about spirits to my friends, they used to giggle, they used to tease. And then I thought, well, this is strange, because I thought it's normal to see spirits. It's normal to sense them. And even when I was a little girl and you was dancing in the lounge and around the settee, and standing up behind the settee and whatever around there, you'd have these spirit people sitting there, smiling, encouraging me to dance. Now, I thought that was normal. But many people are either scared, if they have seen a spirit, or because they're scared and nervous, they just say, right, that's it, I don't believe, don't talk about them. And I remember when I was at junior school, I got really badly teased. But one of my school friends came to see me privately because, again, she didn't want to be alienated by the others talking to Linda about spirits and all that. And this is a true story. She, with her sisters and that, was messing around, shall we say, with a Ouija board. And Ouija boards, by the way, are safe if you know the limitations and you know about respect, and which I also include on the Psychic Foundation course. And, also tarot cards, Ouija boards are perfectly fine if you know about protecting portals, vortexes, of which, again, I talk and explain about on the Psychic Foundation course. Anyway, going back to this story, she said to me that since they've been using the Ouija board, that they've had this old lady coming to visit them in the bedroom. And her and sisters and that were scared because this old lady didn't go away. Now, this old lady, I did not know at the time how to help this spirit old lady, which again I now do in adult life. And again, I explain that on the Psychic Foundation course. So, of course, I didn't really know how to help them. I just said, try talking to the lady out loud. And again, I did not know about pendulums and how you can use them as a communication tool, which, again, I talk about in the Psychic Foundation course. So I felt a bit sad that I couldn't help this particular school friend. Anyway, moving on a little bit. When I was working on a farm, I saw my spirit guide, Paul, which, by the way, I've seen as a young girl. He used to stand at the bottom of my bed and smile, not to scare me, just to reassure me he was there. And I could physically see him. I can see, normal people, which, again, I thought was normal. So, of course, I made the mistake, shall we say, of telling my friends on the farm about seeing a spirit. And they were giggling and laughing and what have you. And that made me feel a bit sad and a bit withdrawn, and also almost made me feel a bit lonely, really, a bit isolated, again, like at school, Anyway, the next morning, I go to the farm, I open up the sliding doors of the hen house, and lo and behold, right in my face was a carcass of a chicken strung up by some baling twine, and under, or strapped around the carcass's neck of this chicken in a piece of paper, brown paper, was boo, And again, that made me feel so sad. Okay, it didn't make me feel angry as such. I just pitied these people. But again, then I'm thinking, well, am I normal? Can other people see spirits? And I thought, right, okay, what do I do about this? I thought, well, keep quiet about it. Don't tell people that you see spirit. Then when I was a veterinary nurse, I don't want to go into too much detail, but I got teased on a couple of occasions for seeing spirit. So, growing up, and even when you're at an adult job, again, you still get teased. And I remember in my 30s going on holiday to Corfu, I saw Paul at the bottom of my bed. By the way, he's left me alone for a bit, not seeing him physically. He's with me all the time. And, in Corfu, I saw Paul at the bottom of my bed again, which I used to do as a young child, and actually shouted at him, go away. And it woke up my friends that were in another room. And they said, are you all right? You having a nightmare? I said, oh, no, I just had a bad dream. And I've not seen Paul physically since. He's been around me. I can sense him. And even now, I can see he's leaning against the windowsill now of the conservatory. So I can see him in my third eye. I can see his energy, but I can't see him physically like I can see you and I. And it's almost as if, I've banished him to not show himself physically to me. Now, with this Psychic Foundation course, it's going to help many people, believe and have faith and have trust, and more importantly, have confidence in what they see, what they believe, and what they can sense. And I would not like to think of any children, any adults, being teased, made to feel lonely because they can see spirit. Now, I believe everybody is born with a psychic sense. Everybody is, I believe that. But then as you grow older, like, many children, I keep backtracking, but many children, they have spiritual friends, don't they? Spirit friends. By the way, mine was a unicorn. Okay, you can call me nutty, but yeah, that's what, And, I want to make people feel that they are normal to see and sense spirit. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing that you need to hide. Just own it. Just accept it. Now, there is another thing with people with spiritual awareness, shall we say. They don't know that there are a lot of good things out there, but there's also grumpy spirits. And if you don't know about respecting grumpy spirits, if you don't know about securing the energy in your home, about securing the energy, shall we say, around yourself, so you'll shield yourself, you create a barrier, so you don't end up with grumpy spirits. And more importantly, especially for many people that are empathic, many people that are sensitive, you're not going to feel other people's emotions. Because the thing is, spiritual people are empathics. You can walk in a room and, I don't know, there's a grumpy person in there. And you've been fine, you've been great, you had a lovely day. You walk in that room and you go, oh, God, I feel grumpy. Oh, and what you're doing as an empathic, you're picking up the feelings of the other person. And then you think it's you. And it isn't, it's them giving you the feeling. So you need to be aware of looking after your energy, which again, I know I keep repeating, I explain about on the Psychic Foundation course. Now, going back to the Psychic Foundation course, I teach you about anchoring your energy so you feel calm, you feel relaxed. I teach you about protection, not only for yourself. Now, when I mean protection, I mean, protecting your energies and looking after your energies so you're not feeling grumpy from other people and you've got a nice, loving feeling around yourself and in your home. I teach you also about how to help grounded spirits, and I think that's so special. If you've got somebody, well, let's say is lost, because nobody's lost. Every single person has spirit guides. Every single person has angels. So when they do pass over, they not only have got their relatives looking after them, they've got angels and spirit guides. But they come to us for us to help them to find a spiritual doorway. And again, we want to find a nice spiritual doorway that takes us back to heaven. Not takes us, off down to London or Birmingham or some other place. We want them to go upwards. So which again, I explain about and teach on the course. Also, on the course, I explain about what colours are important, because what colours you wear, what colours you put into the room, what colours that you place around a person, emotionally, mentally, whatever, it can lift their moods. It can remove negative energy. It can give them a nice feeling. It can make them feel giggly if they've lost their oomph. Colours are so important because it goes into your auric field. If it goes into the auric field, then of course it lifts the person. On the other hand, if you wear a lot of dark colours, it goes down. And all my students and, my clients and that will tell you, I do not like black. Now, when I say I don't like black, I don't mind a black coat. I don't mind black leggings, black skirt, but not black on your torso. Because where are your main energy points, your chakras? There's going to be your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, the human dustbin, as well as the other chakras. So, because if you're wearing black, you go, nom, 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 I'm bringing in more negative energy. So that's going to make you low, drop your energy right the way down. Now, some people, quite obviously, have got to wear black for work, but then you can always wear pink underneath, rose quartz or something like that next to your skin. Or if you've got to wear black, I can explain to you about using different colours and that to neutralise the blackness, shall we say, so it can lift your energy up. Because I always say like attracts like. Whatever energy you are invoking, you're then going to bring that energy in. And that's why, ideally you need to think of happy thoughts. If you think of happy thoughts, you're bringing happiness in. If you think, it always happens to me, you're bringing in, a lower energy, aren't you? So you don't want to do that. I also explain about using, let me see if I can grab one. Oh, excuse me. And explain about using a pendulum, which I know I've done videos and all that about using it. But this is a fantastic tool. And if I could have helped my school friend, about using a pendulum then, which I didn't know about, if I could help her with this old lady so they could talk to each other and could have got some help for this old lady that she brought into the house through using a Ouija board, that would have been fantastic. So there's loads and loads and loads of things that you can do with your pendulum, so that's a good tool. And there is a separate video that I've done on that, which will be on my website, and also if you want to scroll down on Facebook, you can find that there as well. Not only that, I also include on the course loads of different techniques, loads of different ways that you can connect to your angels and to your spirit guides using different senses and different things. Also on the course, every time that we meet, we do a meditation. So even if you're not meditated, I would teach you how to relax. I would teach you to chill out. And it's like taking your mind on a miniature holiday. And it's a bit of escapism, really. And, you can make believe anything that, whatever you want to believe and what have you. Meditation is a fantastic tool, to help, regain your energy and regain your happiness, and especially if you're feeling a bit flat. And I am honestly confident that on my course, I can help everyone have some sort of belief, not only in themselves, but with their angels and spirit guides. And with the course, it is 6 modules, 6 classes. And what I do is I book the first date. The students then, arrive on that date. And by the way, I have small classes, so it makes it more friendly, And those people then build up a relationship. Because those people in the class, they may go home, they've got nobody they can talk to about spiritual stuff, EBGBs or whatever you want to call it, and that's so lovely that this group of people will meet and they can discuss things and share things between themselves. So there's 6 classes and they're held roughly once a month. So I leave it up to the students to tell me when they want to book the next one, because you might have holidays, you might have work, you might have, some sort of other commitments. I mean, some classes like to do a bit sooner, might do 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something. It's entirely up to the class. On the other hand, I don't think it's a good idea to do one a week, because I like you to digest and work through the folder, because I give you a manual for you to work with. I can either send it you online or you can have it in person, because we have to be careful of the COVID and that when eventually, the classes and that are up and running. Now, I would like to introduce you to Paul, my spirit guide that you see at the bottom of the bed, and hopefully, which I know he is, he's listening to me, maybe sometime soon he will show me to myself physically again. And when I've had a lovely lady, Lorraine, that drew this for me, and it is, exactly how I see him, she told me that he used to be a doctor. So that fits in with me being an ex-veterinary nurse and a practice manager. And then the other one, who's a little bit more serious, and he's the one, Nachim, I have trouble pronouncing his name, he's the one that helps the spirit guides. And he will help the spirit guides to make more of a connection with the person, the student, and vice versa. And also in the group, you'll find he will help the people, the students, even me, to learn from each other, because every class I do, I'm still learning new things, even though I've been doing this since a toddler. I'm not teaching, by the way, but I'm on about talking to spirits. And also he will help the spirit guides to learn as well. So it's a learning curve for everybody. The other person which I work with as well, which I haven't got a picture of, is Archangel Haniel. And Haniel I have seen 3 times physically. And funny enough, when she's been flying, well, I say flying because she's like wavering and, and her hair's flowing, and long blonde hair above my head, and above my head. She's not standing upright, she's not like that, she's always like as an angle, and her hair's long and flowing and what have you, and she's beautiful. So, all of you will have a main guide, all of you will have spirit guides with different disciplines, and all of you, of course, will have your guardian angel and angels helping you, as well as the power animals, which are all the different animals that will come and help you secretly. Now, I say secretly because power animals tend to, not be too influenced by logic, but they help us with basic skills and, and help us to give us courage and on our life's path and all that. So I hope that I've given you a little bit of insight by sharing a little bit of myself about why I think the Psychic Foundation course would be really good for you. Because I would not like anybody to feel that they're silly, anybody to feel scared, anybody to feel lonely in the belief in spirit and the belief in angels. So if you like this video, please like and share. Also look on my website, heavenlyguidance.co.uk, and that will let you know when the next date is of the next Psychic Foundation course. So stay safe. Blessings and hugs to all of you. Take care.